Brothers and sisters, cats and kittens, hippies and squares, peace, love, dove. An homage there to the late George Carlin, one of his comic bits. Hello, thanks for watching. It is the American Doofus Show. Don't be a doofus. I'm your host, Barry Welsh. If you want to contact me, you can do so through Gmail, American Doofus, all one word, at gmail.com. And if you'd like to support the show, you can hit the Cash App, $ American Doofus, all one word. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and like, share, and comment if you would. Now, today the trial began in the what I consider the murder of George Floyd, and just want to give you a brief look from a video from News to Share, and this is just some of the barriers and restrictions, barbed wire, as you can see, and over $1 million spent in surrounding the courthouse in preparation for potential protests in Minneapolis, Minnesota, over the murder of George Floyd. Now, ahead of the trial, USA Today conducted a poll, and in the poll, it was conducted March 1st and 2nd. There were 1,165 people, ages 18 and up, that were involved in the poll. And when asked about George Floyd's death, 64% of Black people described it as a murder. According to the poll, among white respondents, 28% described it as murder, and 33% said it was negligent on the part of the police. So a total of 61% of the white community agrees that it was unjustified. How it's perceived is, again, slightly, well, it's basically it's based upon in my opinion anyway, it's based upon your perception. It would be hard for anyone, I would think, to view it as justified, but 39% of the white community does. And I want to touch on one other thing here. And this is one other part of the poll that I wanted to put up. In the past year, do you believe that race relations have improved or worsened? And the purple means they've slightly improved. The gray means neither improved nor worsened, and the purple is worsened. So the lighter color, total of 13% think there have been improvements. And I would guess possibly if I would cite improvements, it would be that communication lines are starting to open up. Just like with this show, what we try to do on here. The white community thinks 13%. The Black community, 10% believe that things have improved. Roughly half of the white community think it's basically neither improved nor worsened. It stayed the same. And 36% rather of the Black community think that it's stayed the same. 54% of the Black community think things have gotten worse in the past year. And again, we're coming up on the anniversary of Breonna Taylor's death. So if you go down and look at politics, despite what is often portrayed, things are pretty evenly split among the political parties. That tells you there's not a huge difference in the two political parties. something we talk about quite often here on the program. Now, the last segment of this video, we are going to be looking at a segment from Moorish World TV. And it just so happened that I happened to be watching this segment. Normally, I don't, as I've said, I don't watch Moorish World TV. Why it's not important. But I don't watch Moorish World TV normally. And I had just finished an episode about what had happened in Louisville over the Breonna Taylor protests, and also people are protesting in Kentucky over state Kentucky Senate bill, or the Commonwealth of Kentucky Senate Bill number 22, I believe it is, which basically says that it is a crime to insult a police officer. Now, that has First Amendment implications to begin with, and it also leads just a little more empowerment as far as interpretation, what some officer might find as an insult, or he would consider an insult in order to make an arrest. But so I finished that episode about Louisville and Jason Downey and CTES and Streets being arrested. I know Jason Downey and CTES have both been released, and I have not heard officially about Streets. I assume he's been released. But I saw a notification card on YouTube, as those of us that are YouTubers do, that an interview was going to happen with Crystal Muhammad, the Honorable Chairwoman of the New Black Panther Party, and Taraka Bey. And so I thought I would watch. And I turned it on, and first she wasn't on. There was a guy called The Ghost that was on, that I was rather surprised to see on the show. And if by chance, Ghost, if you're watching this, I'd like to have you on one of our panels. But eventually she did come on to talk. Now I'm gonna play that segment, and I personally, I'm playing it because it's news, because it happened, and for those that might not have seen it otherwise. But also, I've got to say my opinion on things. I found it to be disrespectful personally, as someone that does this, disrespectful to a guest. And anytime I see anybody get disrespected, I feel like I've got to say something, and especially if it's a woman, and if it's if it's a Black woman, we've got to say, not that they can't take care of themselves. Okay, that's not why. It's because we need to speak up when we see other humans disrespected. And I'm not talking in any way, shape, or form of what was intended by the host of the program. But for those that haven't seen it, let's take a look. And for those that have, watch again.
To get started, we got Sister Crystal Muhammad in the building, the New Black Panther Party National Chairwoman, and Sister Crystal. What I'm going to do is I want to recap real quick. So let me ask the people first. I'm going to ask you first. Do you want me to interview you first with some questions that I have, or do you want me to follow up with that at the end? Can you hear me?
You asking me?
Yeah.
You asking me? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Do you
asking me about interviewing?
I said, do you want me to ask you some interview type questions first, or do you want me to follow up in the end once you talk to the people?
It doesn't matter. You can go ahead. Let's get the ball started.
Let's
Now,
see
I've tried to link in several times. Do what?
No, you good. Go ahead, sis.
Okay, I said I tried to link in for several moments on my laptop, and it would allow me to do it. So I have a few things I wanted to present, but since I couldn't do it on my laptop, I plugged in from my phone, so I might have to read a couple things. But it's all good. But y'all can hear me good?
Okay, yeah, we can hear you good. So now let me ask those in the audience, what do you prefer?
Okay.
What do you prefer? Should I ask my questions now, or should I wait till after Sister Crystal finish what she wants to say? One, now, or wait till she... Okay, everybody, I see before. All right, so I'm gonna ask you a series of questions that I wrote down. And I probably have a few after you give your presentation. I want to ask you, how long have you known Ali, Dr. Ali?
I met Dr. Ali after Fahim Ali, our National Minister of Information, former Miami chairman, was assassinated in Miami, Florida. He was shot down at his front door.
Okay, no, I'm asking, what year was this that you met Dr. Ali?
Okay, so that would have been 2014.
Okay,
2014.
Did you know?
That's when Fahim was murdered.
Did you know Dr. Ali before 2014?
No, I didn't know him before 2014 personally, but Brother Fahim Ali had mentioned him to me a few times. Dr. Ali, Brother Fahim, myself, we are also members conscious citizens of the Republic of New Africa. Brother Fahim was not only our National Minister of Information, but he was the PCC chair for the Republic of New Africa.
I got you, sis.
So,
no,
at the time...
No. I don't want to get into Fahim. I just want to ask this series of questions.
How's the format going to go tonight?
No.
Okay, so how's this format going to go tonight?
No, they're talking about Fahim. I want to ask you questions about Ali. You answered.
I did. That's when I met him. But when he was murdered, I met Ali on the ground. We went down there, in 2014.
2014. According to you, can you verify that Ali is a doctor?
Okay, like I told you, when you talked to me on the phone the other day, when I was misquoted saying, I don't know, I said, you need to ask these questions to Dr. Ali.
I'm asking.
And the reason why I'm saying that, listen, that's not my job to do. Let me tell you something. I can't, listen,
one question, sis.
I cannot answer the questions. I would listen to Harker. I cannot answer the questions that you need to ask Dr. Ali.
No, I'm
here to answer.
You verify, you referred him to me. So I'm asking
Correct.
You,
Correct. Look, I've met, I know Malik Zulu Shabazz. I've never inquired.
No.
To Harker. I've never inquired about anybody's credentials.
No.
Listen, I answered you.
That's a yes.
To Harker. Look,
you verify.
Listen, this is not going to be some scam.
No.
There's plenty of people I meet. I have not went and asked anybody for any credentials on anything. I've been in the movement for 30 years.
So that's
No, it's not. I'm not going to do some shim sham.
Oh, let me stop for a minute.
Listen, I have not ever looked into.
Listen, I don't think we're going to be able to do this interview.
He muted her.
I don't think we're going to be able to do this interview, sis.
And I'm sorry, but
I don't think we're going to be able to do this interview.
Cutting a woman.
Because this is going wrong already.
So that's why I say it's disrespectful. This will, of course, you judge for yourselves.
I don't want to be disrespectful. I don't want people to assume that I'm being disrespectful, but this is going wrong already.
This is disrespectful, I think. It's up to you to determine.
Sis, you can't. Sis, this is going wrong. I'm only asking a question that requires yes or no answers. You sent him to Moorish World TV. Therefore, I got the right to ask you, how do you know him? Listen, before we get into crossing the line of saying disrespectful, I'ma just let it go. I'ma just let it go, sis. I'm not.
You had no intention. You had no.
I'ma just let it go, man. Before we cross the line of disrespectful, man,
And there we have it. Of course, you can go to Moorish World TV and watch the rest of the interview, or the rest of the show, I should say. I just personally, I found it disrespectful, and I felt like I should say something, and that is my personal opinion. Now, we showed the clip because it is newsworthy, and that's what we do. It's alternative things that you don't see on normal news and information channels, and we try to give you things to think about. And a great problem with our world is lack of respect for other human beings, lack of respect for people that we don't even know. And I don't know how we fix it, but I do know we need to recognize problems when we see them and say something about them. This is the American Doofus Show. Don't be a doofus. I would like to publicly extend, I've done so through channels, and I'd like to publicly extend the opportunity for the chairwoman of the New Black Panther Party to come on to this program, do an episode, and she'll have unfettered access to be able to say her feelings as this show's known for. That's what we do here. So don't be a doofus. It's the American Doofus Show. I'm your host, Barry Welsh. We'll be back with another episode real soon. Until next time, I love you all. Thanks for watching.